And I can take mine out and brush them.
We live.
I can still take them out and brush them.
Oh, nobody's in here yet, I don't think. But if anybody is listening and not signed in, good morning, you guys.
We were talking about brushing our teeth.
Uh-huh. Look, it's been a morning. I mean, it's
Darlene said, I think I forgot to brush my teeth. I said, I did mine too. And I said, and I can take mine out and brush them.
oh gosh.
She said, we're live. I said, oh, well.
Well, I said it was going to be
hey, Tony. Love you, baby.
Where's Tony? Hey, okay. Hey.
How are you?
What are you doing? You want to come in? You want to pop in and say hello this morning?
Oh, you can. We'll let you.
Yeah, we'll let you. I won't say too much about how handsome you are.
Yes, you will.
Look, I saw Tony on his Facebook when he was all hooked up with that machine.
Hey, Willow.
Hey, Willow.
How are you, sweetheart?
What? It said it would be live in 12 hours.
Oh, Lordy.
Did I do the right time?
Did you put P in?
I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, look, I went to Walmart. I was in Walmart at 6:30 or 7 this morning. So that guy that tells you guys that I must not be right
Dwayne.
today.
How you doing? It's good to see you.
Yes, it did say in 12 hours.
You put P in.
Hey, Dwayne. Good morning.
You did.
I guess I messed up and put PM instead of AM. Look.
Well, I hope Joss
knows because she.
Oh, she knows she's on.
Grayscale, you are not feeling good. You have you not snapped back from your surgery? Because I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been getting any notifications from you, and I was thinking about you. You know, every time I dye my hair, I think of Tony. And I dyed it. I'm doing it like a doggone magenta. That's what color I'm going lighter. I'm doing a magenta color. But yeah, I was in Walmart this morning and I got a update from Joss, and Joss might be watching now, about her mama, Sonia. And I stood in Walmart and cried, you guys. But Joss, if you're listening, don't stop sending updates.
Yeah. Amen.
Don't stop sending updates because I need those updates. But I did.
Tony. I understand, dear.
Yes, Tony. And you know, yesterday I woke up feeling so good and I went live, and this morning I woke up with the worst headache, but I got on up, took me some Tylenol, went and done what I had to do. And there you go. Let me see. I don't know if it shows up. Yeah. Yep. That's the light willow that I'm doing. But I got up, took me some Tylenol, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live again. Good morning, Amber.
Good morning, Amber.
Because
hey, sweetie.
I know it sounds selfish, but I need this. Tiffany says, Mom, get back online. You need it for your sanity. That's what you do. So
That's
I'm
true.
like, yes, I do. Oh, Willow, he needs that. Good morning, Monique. Good
Hey,
morning.
Monique.
But Tony, when I went to see my rheumatologist, I told her, I said, there's things I know I could do. I said, but I said, I'm so tired. I said, I have a room. It's a hoarder room that needs to be done.
Jesus.
And there's things in my head that I know I need to do, and in my head I want to do, but I can't do it because then I'm so tired, mentally tired. So she's supposed to be putting me on a medicine, and I got a notification. The payment didn't go through my flex card. We ain't got money on it. So I looked, $130. So, oh yeah, you can, Willow. So anyway, I've got to tell Kevin that I've got to get it. I mean, it's just I need it, and I need to try it to see, because Tony, the antidepressants will mess with your creativity.
Yes, they
So
will.
I just started. I got out some boxes, and that I'm going to use in here, and got me a book and started tearing it and gluing it on the boxes. Kiva never said a word. I said, baby, you done been with me so long that me sitting here with the box and tearing paper and gluing it on the box, you don't ask no questions. He just shook his head. He said, nope. If it makes you happy, that's fine. But it's creating something, and yes, it makes me happy. I'll get a happy box. I'll show you guys my happy box.
Well, that's fine. If it makes you happy, that's what you do.
Okay, they're fine in there. Ash and Bailey, they're fine. I got her on the bed. Yeah, it's just as simple. This was a Keurig box, and I'm hoping this one or a bigger one will just go over my sewing machine. I can turn it upside down and cover and put my sewing machine behind me, and then just use it as a cover. Not this one. But yes, for some reason, I think boxes like that are pretty. So, you know what? I'll just have pretty boxes.
Yep.
So, and like Kevin says, if I like it, well, then that's all that matters. That I do. When we're watching TV and we're in bed in the bedroom, well, I can just sit there with my brush. Oh, all right. Mystique said, "Aw."
What?
Mystique said, "Good morning, everyone, all the beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen."
Good morning, Mystique.
Tony, you wasn't on here, but Mystique's her son Isaiah is in the hospital, and I'm gonna do I'll do a live. Good morning, Willow. I'll do a live that's gonna say it will say Isaiah, prayers for Isaiah, and I'll put the link to where it's sort of like a GoFundMe, but it's with another kind of company. And then I'll do one for Sonia. She's still in the hospital, and they do have there's a way for PayPal for it to go straight to PayPal because they need help. Amber, did I say good morning, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, Amber's going to have surgery on the 27th.
Day after my birthday.
She's got cysts.
Again.
Yeah, again. So they're going to have to go in and remove them. And then she may have to have back surgery. And Amber's young. That's why we used to call her Bubble Wrap. So that's our Bubble Wrap babe. So, yes, my Amber.
Does that
Real
mean she
young.
pops when she walks?
Yes. And no, we need to wrap her up because she's accident prone.
Well, they got those balls that blow up and you can get in the middle, and
Yep. Like
I've recommended them to a lot of people.
Like a hamster ball.
No, you're in the middle, and then it's a ball wrapped around you.
Oh.
At least if you fall, you bounce.
Amber, how old are you now? I think she's 21. I don't know how old you have to be to get a permit for a GUN.
Yeah, I think it's 21. At least in the States.
21? Tells you how old I am because she was 9 months old when I had her at my daycare. She called me 9/11 and said, Mama, darling, did you have me on 9/11 when all that happened? I said, yeah. She said, well, Mama thought I was in another daycare. I said, nope. You was 9 months old and all you kids was eating breakfast in the kitchen and I was in the living room and it came on the TV about the Twin Towers because I remember standing there shocked and crying.
Yeah, I remember what I was doing too. I had my first foster kitten. And I'd only had her a few days, and we had just gotten settled into a schedule. And I got up, warmed up her little bottle, and was sitting down, to nurse her and stuff, and flipped the news on. I was going to check the weather, and yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
MawMaw was in the kitchen because she would do breakfast.
I was in the courthouse.
She was in the kitchen with the kids. Yes, Amber's favorite was Casey. Oh my gosh. When he come home from school and would come in the daycare, she would just be all over him. Loved her Casey. Yes, Monique. I think everybody knows,
Yeah, I agree.
But I have to celebrate. I have to celebrate. It was my grandmother's birthday. Her birthday's on 9/11. So I try in my mind to think of my nanny. Because if I'm already in a type of mood and Kevin was watching the documentary and I was sitting there just crying. So when he went to sleep, I turned it. I turned it to a show that they do makeup. Hey, Ann, good morning. Good morning. They said I messed up on the time. That I put it for 11:30, I guess, p.m.
10:35.
Oh, did
my time is that was my time, Central.
Should have been 11:30.
I went in because I was gonna, like 10 minutes before, and it said live in 12 hours, and I was like, I left it up, thinking it says the 14th, but it says 10:35 in 12 hours. She'll probably show up because I don't think she's gonna be doing no midnight live.
No. So I don't know, you guys. I just knew that I do it now kind of on the fly. I'm like, I'm not going to stress myself to hurry and feel pressured to do it exactly at a certain time. So what I'll do is I'll do what I have to do and just go live when I can.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Robot, and it's probably my internet. So if I disappear, I'll get back in when I can here.
All right. So
that must have something on. She just woke up.
So that means all the places I shared it, it's going to show 12 hours, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. And we have a lot of people to pray for. We've had people that's dying of that virus, young people.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of my good friends, Blandine, I didn't even know till yesterday. Her son is early 40s, and he passed away, leaving his wife and children.
Yep.
And then it is the Alabama Pickers, you guys. I don't know why I forget, but it's Dusty and his wife. Well, his wife, she passed right by his side during the night because they both had it. Now he's on a ventilator, and they're in their 40s. They, but my wife-in-law, as I call her, is our oldest daughter's mother. She is in the hospital with it. So, and she's not in good shape. It is taking its toll on her. And, I cried when Brandy told me, and she said, well, I can't even cry. I know. And so I said, well, I'm sorry, I am. And, because, no matter how things happen when you're in your 20s and you don't have good sense and you're going through a custody battle, and, a kid's pulled between two parents, and it wasn't like she was pulled through two parents like her mom and dad. She always felt like she was pulled between two moms. And that's what she told me. She said, I'm blessed that I've had two moms. So, I grew up and I did used to pray for Debbie all the time, especially during the hard times. I would really pray and put her. I didn't realize how many times I did put her in my folder that I used to take to church with me. And I'd always write down prayer requests. And I didn't realize how many times until I found it, I think last year, how many times I put her name down, because to let go, of any of the bad stuff that was going on. But, you grow up, kids grow up, and it makes it easier. So, it hurt my heart. She half raised our granddaughter. I call her ours. I didn't get to be around her much when she was little, but her nene raised her, helped raise her. So, and now there's a great grandbaby, and it's her birthday today. So I left a message, get well, happy birthday, but please, get well. You're much needed. She's much needed. And when I'm praying at night, sometimes I hate to have the repetition of the prayers I say, but sometimes I'm not saying nothing, but in my head, I'm visualizing all the people, that need prayer. And, then I say my amen, but God knows. And this morning I had to tell Kevin, he gave me a Tylenol because my head was hurting so bad. And I told him, I said, baby, will you pray for me this morning? Because usually he has me walk him out and I pray before he leaves. But I said, will you please pray for me this morning? And he did. He did.
Well, I got a praise report.
I need them. We need them.
I survived my brakes going out of my car yesterday when I was going down. Yeah, that was wild.
Praise the Lord.
Thankfully, I wasn't, like booking it down the road. I was at the mail bank down here on the corner, which is 2 trailers over, and checking my mail. And when I went to leave,
Hey, sweetheart.
as I started to go forward to exit that little cut through there, my foot I heard a little pop, and my foot went to the floor.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, goody. Well, I got it home, crept it up, the 2 trailers to get in my driveway, and I parked it, and I pumped the brakes, maybe just an air bubble, pumped the brakes. And I was getting a little resistant, but not very much. And So I put it in reverse and backed up about 2 foot. And yeah, no brakes, except just a smidge. And so I put it back forward where it's supposed to go and got her stopped and came in the house. And yeah, within a couple of hours, because I had to wait. It was, by the time I got in, got my clothes changed, got cooled off, it was right on the noon hour. So I had to wait about an hour to call anybody. And then within that hour, between 1 and 2, it was towed and taken up to the mechanics place up the road up here that we use.
Good thing it didn't go out while you were riding down the road. So
yeah, I was really lucky because I had been to the doctor, I'd been out to Dollar Tree, stopped at the drugstore on the way home, and was stopping at the mail bank. You know, yeah, it could have happened at any point, but it was a hose that blew. It didn't pop off; it split. You know, got a breach in it.
That was an easy fix then.
Yeah, he has to construct the line. They don't have a factory line for it because, you know, the car's 21 years old. But, you know, 200 roughly plus the 60 to tow it. But I think I got a break on the tow because I know full well tows are at least 75 here. So I think since it was a referral from them, and I told them that when I called them, that I got, you know, like a special price or something because it wasn't as much as I expected it to be. And yeah, I know 75 is kind of a flat rate around here for a tow, you know, in the city limits. So
yeah,
I was grateful for that.
Yeah, but when I hit the curb right up the road, I don't know how I did it, but the curbing, I don't even know. I just to this day I don't know how. But right at a Methodist church on the hill, I've been going by that same. I've used this road for 35 years. 35 years. How in the world I hit that little piece that was sticking out? It blew the front tire and then it got rim tire. Then it got the back one too.
Yeah, I've had blowouts before.
No, but both of them. And
you
can see where I scrubbed it and I didn't have my phone. It was hot and I was like, oh my gosh, I got out and looked. I was like, what have I done? What have I done? So I walked down the road. Casey was supposed to go pick up something. So I was trying to hurry. I walked down the road crying and almost hyperventilating. And when I got to our ditch, Keevan said, what's wrong? And I was crying. I said, I done messed up. And Casey come out and he said, Mom, what's wrong? And I kept saying, I done messed up. I done messed up. The car's right there on the hill. And I was crying. And I was crying. Casey said, Mama, calm down. Are you okay? Are you hurt? And then I was trying to tell him, he said, Mom, go in the bedroom and go lay down now. But I still don't know. He said, well, was there anybody coming towards you that you had to get over even more? I said, no. And Casey said, and Keevan too, they said, well, at least you aren't hurt and you didn't hurt anybody. So I said, I guess so. But it cost us, they were able to fix the rims. Well, not the rims, but the actual the tire rims. But it was about a $700 job.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could do was cry. I'm like, but you guys, I don't know if Tony's still in here. Grayscale, but he needs prayer too, you guys. He's
he does.
He had I believe a heart attack.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he had to have heart surgery and he's just dealing with some stuff, but I love my Tony. If you're still in here, yes, I can say that now. Keevan knows I love everybody. And I'm used to Tony being silly as silly as me.
Yeah.
And I don't like to see that he's depressed. So, Tony, if you're still in here, I understand. Because, Tony paints.
Yeah.
He paints. That's one thing I want to get straightened up in here, because I have art from Diana. I have art from Grayscale. I have art from Bruce. I have art from
Ian.
Ian. I have not seen Ian go live. Oh, hey, Chris. Good afternoon.
Love you, sweetheart.
Hey,
Love
Chris.
you.
And hey, Ann.
I
I
know
can't
it's
remember if I said
later.
it.
I know it's later. I'm just going to start going on as early as I possibly can. But I think it's
Yeah,
better.
and no matter what it said, she ain't doing no midnight lives.
No. Hey, it's really midnight, you guys. Oh, I know, Monique. I have messaged him, and he hasn't messaged me back. But I try to check on him, because I know his father was in bad condition. So, there's so many people I think of. But yeah, I'm going to just go live whenever I'm through with what I have to do in the morning. The baby wakes me up about 5:30 or 6 for her first bottle. Look, that chick, it's time for her to start eating from her hands, because
Mine's weaned. Mine's been weaned.
see,
She's like 3.5 months old now. She's been weaned since she was 8 weeks old.
let me see.
Actually,
We
about
got
7.5.
all right. She's about. She wasn't but a few days old when we got her on the 8th. On the 7th or 8th of July. So I know she's got to be weaned size. Weaned, that she should be weaned.
Yeah.
Because what I looked up, that at this age that they can eat small mice.
Mm-hmm.
So
She just pulling your leg that she continues to need that bottle.
yes. And I've been making it thicker and thicker, with the bottle. But I bought some banana. I went and bought some this morning. I bought her some Amber. It's another you met Bonnie. So it's another Bonnie.
Not yet.
It's another Bonnie.
Told her.
But I got her some. Went to the baby food aisle and got her some of them puffs. They look like little cereal puffs. You can come over anytime, babe. Amber,
She's got all of her teeth. She don't need puffs. Give her some veggies, and go get some pinkies at the vet.
I ain't gonna feed her.
They don't have to be live ones. They can be froze.
Oh, gross! No. Kevin, the other one we had, Kevin brought somebody had some crawfish, and they said, we're going to see what she'll do. And then she was full size. Oh, she jumped back because they look like miniature lobsters.
Yeah, they're like baby lobsters.
Yeah, and they were pinching at her.
Yeah.
She got it just right, and I heard a crunch. Ooh, I said, I'm leaving you guys with this. I don't even like to see nobody eating lobsters or crabs and cracking. So I walked off. But I did tell Keith, I said, we could get some little bitty minnows and put in a bowl for them to swim around, and she could eat those. But right now, she don't have her side teeth are coming in pretty good, but her front little teeth, they're still small. So
they're going to be small.
Huh? Do what?
They're going to be small.
But
they're going to be small.
The front teeth. So she chews her bottle for me. She's teething, and she's chewing her bottle on both sides and teething on me. Now I have to tell her, oh, easy.
Yeah, which means she needs things to chew on besides you and besides the nipple on the bottle.
Yep. I got her some things today. 3 little bones. One's a molar bone. One she could chew on and eat over time, and then another one has the little nubby things on it for her to chew on. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning.
But
Monique
yeah, she
said,
needs
"This is
solids.
Willow."
She's going to have digestive issues if you don't start giving her solids. And
Yeah,
she needs some protein.
that is
Protein's
why
going to help her grow. You know, you give her too
that.
much calcium, she's going to end up with stones, is what she's going to end up with.
Now I got her feeding her the rice cereal, which has added protein in it, and I've been giving her some bananas to get her taste. So I got her some little banana puffs, so she'll start picking up stuff with her hands and eating it. And I got her some baby biscuits. What's up? I am. And
How you
you
doing?
are. Oh, you guys. Willow, I need to send you a picture. I finally gave him his cowboy hat. I told him he's going to have to come live on a Friday and show everybody the cowboy hat I gave him. It was all glitter. It was a little one, and it's glitter because we know how much he loves glitter. He said that glitter got on everything in his suitcase.
You should have sealed it.
I didn't want to. I wanted him to get some glitter on him. I told Heather now he just needs a gold lame Speedo. And Heather said, "Oh no."
I can see why.
Oh, good. See, Monique said I did it on purpose.
Yeah, you did.
I've had that hat to send to him, and I didn't finish his picture, but I did it. I tried to hurry to finish his picture to give him, and I wasn't satisfied with it. Dwayne, you're going to have to take a picture of it and send it to me so I can do another one.
I hate to tell you this, honey, but dudes don't look good in spandex.
Speedos. I know they don't.
They're spandex. That's the type of material that a Speedo is made of.
I'll never forget going to Panama City when I was 17, 18. First time I ever went without my parents. I went with my sister. And we were on the beach, and this old man walks by, and he had on one. And me and my sister both kind of looked at each other and turned around and looked, and I'm like, ooh. No.
Unless they have a very tight hiney, very tight abs, very young body.
No. It
Speedos,
wasn't.
no.
It wasn't. It was not pretty to look at. Okay, we'll never see him in a Speedo. I'll just say that. We will never see him in a Speedo. Oh, yeah. Look, oh my goodness. I said whatever topic, so that kind of, when you say that, that's kind of a tricky subject right there.
Yeah.
But
I have one thing to say.
We need laughter.
Butt floss does not look good on anybody.
Not on anybody. Not on anybody.
I don't care if you're tight and perky and all that or not. Butt floss don't look good on nobody.
Nope. But yeah, this morning, I was in Walmart crying because of, got an update on Sonia. So I'm like, we need prayers and we need laughter. And
I didn't hear about that. What's up with Sonia?
I'll let you know. Elizabeth, yes, you did enter into, you know me, it is strange. So yes.
Hello, Elizabeth.
But no, Sonia, they had to give her 4 units of blood. And Joss may be listening in. But, there I am in Walmart looking at my phone, reading it. And, yeah, I had tears running.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a transfusion isn't that horrible. I mean, it's just, boosting up your cells.
Well, it was after her surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It happened, during the surgery.
Well, when I had my gallbladder attack, they wanted to transfuse me, but I'm not a candidate for transfusion, so I had to grow it back the hard way. Be grateful she was able to do that.
Yeah.
At all.
Joss, you see what he said, Little Thunder. That's what she's gonna go. She's gonna do a YouTube under Little Thunder. Hold strong, young lady. Hold strong. Good morning,
Too
Ariel.
True. Hello,
Good
Ariel.
Nice to see you here. Yeah, they found a new thing with their blood, so I think they're going to have to take some bone marrow. And the doctor said someone should have already caught this, so they, bless her heart. Our Sonia is going through a lot, you guys.
Yeah, but the fact that she's still with us is a good indicator that she is one.
And
it's double toothpick of a fighter.
Yes. And that is something that the doctors told Joss, was that they talk about her. The nurses and the doctors talk about her. They're amazed and they're in awe of how she's still here and that she's a fighter because she's still here. Mm-hmm. And from what I could understand,
it is Monique.
They already say she was anemic and somebody should have already gotten that. So they can't figure out why she is so anemic and why, I guess, her blood cells are different. Ariel, I drank my cold coffee and I got my other coffee. So I'm trying to get my caffeine this morning.
Drinking my usual.
I got a bottle of water here too. Yeah,
I just changed mine out. This one's empty.
Even the doctors are stunned. Monique's right. They just
let them be stunned. That's going to get them figuring it out.
Yeah. So I told
the geek in them is going to come out. They're going to be looking. They're going to figure it out.
I told her this morning, I messaged her back and said, kiss your mama on her forehead and tell her, Darlene says, I love you. And she says whenever she says stuff, that her mom will kind of twitch her hand on her hand. And they keep saying that's involuntary. But she said she doesn't do it unless she says something.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, keep talking to her. Even though they've got her in a medical induced coma, I said, people have come out and heard and they said they could hear what was going on.
Yep.
Yes, they like Monique said, they have been taking such good care of her. They have. Because
as long as there's brain activity, talk to them.
Yep.
Talk to them.
And the very thing that they kept putting her in saying it was a mental issue, eating disorder, and kept putting her in a mental hospital. They kept doing that last year. Earlier this year, well, she's been in a hospital 6 months now, but they kept doing that. When she couldn't keep food down, they called it a eating disorder. And put her in a place where there was no door on the room, no door in the bathroom, and if she had to take a shower, they made somebody stand there and watch. They sure did. That's what she had to go through, you guys. That's the stuff that she had to go through.
early on, they dropped the ball big time.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they're playing catch up is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
But, it's done affected her lungs. It's affected her heart, the mold and stuff. And then now her bowels and her kidney. It's affected everything. The infection went to her. Yes, if she used the bathroom, somebody stood there and watched. You guys, that's like prison. So it was terrible.
Hey,
Yeah, babe.
I'm gonna eat these burritos.
Oh, okay.
that's like being in a suicide ward
Yes.
in prison.
So she would walk out. And you guys, and she still came on here on the panel, even when she had oxygen. She came on the panel. Yep. She came on the panel when she was in the hospital before. So, oh no, did I call you, babe?
All right, honey, I won't.
Oh, did you call me, babe, or did I? Dwayne said, "Don't call me babe on YouTube. Are you crazy? Laugh out loud. Who called you babe? Was that me or Willow?
I don't use the term babe, so that wouldn't happen.
Honey sugar? Did I say it?
Yeah, I don't use the word babe because anybody calls me babe, and I'll box them. Yeah.
I'll never forget when somebody had to leave one day, and I said, "Okay, bye, love you." And I'm like, "Okay, I love you, but I also love so and so and so and so and so. You guys, I love all of you." But yeah, Sonia said she'd much rather be in prison. Oh, I was talking to somebody else.
Well, then behave yourself, Dwayne.
I say honey to people too. Look, I sent the invite to Heather, I believe, and told her to jump in if she wanted to, if she's awake.
Yes, sir.
She might not think you're on for 12 hours yet. So
Yeah, I sung happy birthday to her. I sung happy birthday to her, Casey, bless her heart. That might be why she don't want to come on live. Because she's afraid I'll sing to her. Chris, I don't know when you sent that, baby.
hey, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie. Crystal. Beautiful Crystal.
I never can remember Crystal.
Oh,
Ooh.
mute. I know, mute. Okay. But I missed you, Crystal. That's Rosie's closet, you guys. Yeah,
I think they kind of figured that out.
Crystal, I'm going to start just going on when I finish what I have to do in the morning and not put pressure on me to go on at a set time unless I set it up ahead of time. I'm just going to try to do it when I can, but you guys, we also have Mystique Days, her son, they're in Tennessee and her son's in the hospital. And Mystique, if you're still here, is it leukemia? Because there's a lot going on with him. He's a teenager. So I will be doing a live, and when you see Isaiah, that will be Mystique's son. They've been having to do all kind of tests on him. And it's just been one thing after another with him too. And this young mother is, at the hospital, not leaving his side, but thank God that they're right now letting her, somebody be in there. A lot of hospitals aren't letting anybody.
Agreed. Yeah.
But I think they figured it out now that they're doing better if they do have a family member sit with them. Oh, and I try not to think about that.
Yeah, they're figuring out that if they've got family there to keep them motivated, that the mortality rate's far higher.
Yeah, and if
locking everybody away and not letting anybody see them, was kind of the lamest thing they pulled with this whole thing. Like,
When
seriously?
I was at the hospital with MawMaw, they told me they thanked me because I was her daughter-in-law. I said, well, she's still my mom for 35 years. But they said, we don't see family members like the ones that she has. Because they would come in sometimes, see that we'd be FaceTiming with, you know, we'd get everybody on the call, and then even some on Facebook got to see her and talk to her. So, you know, we kept everybody. She still felt like she was in the loop with everybody until
and
that
that's
happened.
huge.
Mm-hmm. So
You
I'm
can't just
glad
lock them away in a room and
that Mystique is she's able to stay in there with Isaiah. And I'll do one for Isaiah and put the fundraiser stuff there. And I'll do one for Sonia because you guys, her daughter's 24 years old. Her other three are still school aged. They're at home with their granddad. So you got to think I know they need things. I know they need things monetary because,
yeah, I agree.
yeah, her daughter's, she's paying, you know, trying to get bills paid and stuff like that. And that's such a young age to take control.
Take on that level of responsibility for, you know,
Yep.
your matriarch.
Yep. But she's strong, you guys. So if you're listening, Joss or Little Thunder, as you're going to do, you guys, she is a strong young woman. And I know she don't think she is, but taking on what she is, I don't know how I would have been at 24. I'd be in pieces. I was
I've
in pieces.
kind of been there, not quite that intense, but I have kind of been there at that age. It was right after my divorce that my dad started having health issues, and the saga, year and a half saga to get him aneurysm surgery began. And so I kind of have an idea what she's going through. I didn't have littles, but...
Good morning, honey.
Hey, Food Force.
But yes. But yeah, you know, I remember I was 22, 23 when my grandmother passed, and I remember bathing her. She had cancer, and I remember helping her bathe one day, and I didn't realize that she was nothing but skin and bones. And Tiffany was real little. Tiffany might have been 2, so my uncles watched after her. And I had to control myself not to cry. And I was bathing her and everything. And when we got in the car to leave, me and Tiffany, I bust out crying. And, you know, she was like, Mommy, why are you crying? And I said, I said, Mama's just sad. I said, Mama's just sad. It's going to be okay. And we were in Atlanta, and we didn't have a phone. We had just went from the motel we got because Kevin started back work in Atlanta. So we went to motel, then found an apartment, and we didn't have a phone. But I had dreamed of my grandmother, and on the way, she looked so good. And on the way home it takes about an hour and a half to get from Atlanta to where we're at. And we would come here on weekends here. And I told Kevin, I said, my nanny's gone and she's buried. He said, why would you say that? I said, I just know. I dreamed of her, and I just know, Kevin, she's gone and she's buried. And sure enough, when we got here, Frances' MawMaw met me at the door, and she was, they said, we are so sorry. Hey, Mystique, I've been talking about you. So, yeah, I said, I know. I told Kevin, and Kevin just looked at me. So a lot of stuff he don't even question no more that I say. But everybody kept telling me they tried to find a way, but it's a big area. But that was okay because I saw her. I got to see her in a dream, and
Hairball.
that was okay. That was okay because she looked good. And anytime I dream of her now, she looks good. Mystique, you got people praying for you. You got people praying for Isaiah. And if anybody's on Facebook, that's her Facebook name. She's got some public posts about her son. So you guys can go to Facebook, look her up, let her know you're thinking of her, praying for her. And we also need to get in touch with Blandine, you guys. Fretwell, I think.
Yeah.
I just know Blandine, you guys. If any of you know her son passed with COVID, so in his early 40s. And
I hadn't heard about that.
yeah, left a son and children. Left children and his wife. And she just lost her husband last year, I think it was. Yeah, last year. So, I can't even imagine how she feels. But I reached out to her after MawMaw when I couldn't stop crying. I was crying every day and just couldn't quit. And I messaged her and asked her how was she so strong after her husband passed. I said, because I'm having a hard time coping with the loss of MawMaw. And she said, I wasn't strong. And, but yeah, we've got so many people that needs prayer and needs help. Because you know what, sitting in a hospital food's expensive. People don't realize if you're sitting at the hospital and you go get coffee downstairs, like they had a Starbucks, and it gets expensive. It does. And I think Denise sent me some money on PayPal one time, and Karen would put some money on my PayPal so I could get coffee or a sandwich or something. Thank you, Willow.
You're welcome, honey.
So
I'm good at dropping the link.
So, people just don't, unless you've sat in a hospital and bless her heart, Joss has been sitting there, you guys, for 6 months. She has hardly taken a break. She might have took a day here and a day there, but that young lady has sit by her mother's side through all of this. And she's just an inspiration. Thank you, Willow.
You're welcome, honey.
But yes,
that confirms for you what her last name is, and you can link to her if you want.
And praise report, Willow's brakes went out, but it was close to home, and it didn't hurt her, and it didn't hurt nobody else. So that's the praise report. We need our prayers and praise. We need we need both. We need both. My daughter's doing good, you guys. She's got until January to be at that house, and she knows that she knows that we'll have to share this room, so I've got things to do. I got between now and January, so she can have a bed in here and she'll have a home. Um, God finally got it through my head. She's doing good, but if she doesn't have a place to go to or know she has a place to go to, what hope does she have that, okay, when I finish this, where am I going to go? Because
Yeah, her options are limited.
she was homeless for a couple years because the choices, you know. But God finally, let me know, look, she needs to know she's got somewhere she's gonna go. So I told her,
Dwayne.
what, hey, he's honest. You guys, when he visited, I told them, okay, you guys, I'm gonna snatch the Band-Aid off. But I turned and asked Heather. I said, Heather, you don't have COPD, do you? She said, no. I said, dang, you don't have OCD, do you? I said, because going through this room, Casey can't look at this room because he has OCD. She said, no. So I said, I'm ripping the Band-Aid. Come on through. And Dwayne didn't say nothing. Heather said, oh, I like that gold framed picture frame right there. And so it was like she didn't see nothing. But I told Dwayne I wasn't worried about him because he'd just see, once he saw the beauty and my face, he wouldn't see nothing else. You guys, I hugged him first. I told Heather, I said, oh, Heather, I'm sorry, Heather, but I got to hug him first. So I gave him a big old bear hug, and then Bear hugged her. But yeah, so I told Tiffany, and she said, Mom, that really makes a difference that you sent that to me. So that touched her heart. Now my mom is telling her, well, they're wanting you to live with them. And, yes, Monique, I got OCD and COPD mixed up. That's why that doctor tried to put me on medicine. Because undoubtedly, Pat the squirrel up in my head has been squirreling the last couple of times I went to see her, especially this time. That squirrel was all over the place. And she's wanted to put me on that medicine that helps you focus. And Monique told me, well, if that's what she, wanted to put me on, then that's what I should do. She said fibromyalgia causes you to be very tired. And she said it can mess with your focus.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Too many letters for Pat. But keeping
prayer request.
Yes.
I'm needing to get a portable oxygen concentrator or air concentrator, like an Inogen. My insurance is bucking me on it because my numbers ain't quite there yet. But I got doctor's appointments I need to do in Topeka. I'm on oxygen right now today because I had to wear a mask for several hours yesterday. Okay. And I'm approved for it at night. So they've sent me this great big monster roll around unit thing. I can't take that with me to go out of town.
Well,
I can't take that with me to go to the store. I can't roll it, let alone lift it.
We've got one, and it's a very small one. But right now, we loaned it out to our best friends, a couple of our best friends. The girl's mom has cancer, and when she has to go doctor, they're using it.
Yeah,
but
that's good.
It sounds bad to say it, but when we get it back, I'll put it that way. When we get it back, if you still hadn't got one, we'll send it to you.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm using MawMaw's blood pressure cup. I check my blood pressure.
I got one of them.
I got to figure out how to check my blood, because she had that to check for diabetes. I have the oxygen thing for my finger. Sometimes Casey will get that. He'll say, Mom, I need to check your oxygen too. So, Mama passed away, but he's still, doing everything for Mama. But on a good note, you guys, when the mothership landed at the at the Crawley household, I loved it. I loved it. I was glad to get to meet Heather. Oh, Robbie. There's Robbie. I love you too, Robbie. You guys, I got up this morning, didn't brush my hair, didn't do nothing to it, but I'd already fed Ash, and you guys know she's my fur baby. And I've always put her on my shoulder to burp her. Yes, I burped her. I burped a coon. I'd put her up here and do that, and she'd burp out the extra air. And so she's used to getting on my, well, he popped in, popped out. She's used to getting on my that way. So what does she do? She got up here this morning. She was doing my hair like this, and she likes to mess with my ear, put her nose in my ear. So I'm checking out at Walmart, and this woman walks by, and she said, oh, I love your hair. I said, thank you. And then I thought, I should have said, oh, Ash did it. It's probably got milk in it too. I mean, when I take the bottle out of her mouth, she goes crazy. So it's probably, oh, it's not mousse. It's milk. Banana milk. Oh, yes, I know. Kevin says I was a very good mama, but I tell you what. Oh, I was so glad she's just eating 3 times a day, because waking up 4 times, I was like, God, am I going to be able to do this? Can I find somebody to give her to? I need to sleep. I mean, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then every 3 hours. I was tired. Oh, Monique said Cleopatra bathed in milk too. Yes, Dwayne, I am so glad that me and Heather, I knew we would. I mean, because her and Casey was close. I said, I tell Dwayne everything. And Casey talked with Heather all the time. So I finally got to meet Heather. But don't think that gets you off the hook, Dwayne. So, when I dye my hair crazy and I'm dancing in the bathroom with my hair all, and I sent the video. I sent the video to him. I think I sent the video to, sent the video to Tony too. So, yeah, Dwayne, you ain't the only one that gets crazy pictures or crazy stuff. I send them to Tony too. Because he freaked out the first time I dyed my hair online. I dyed my hair. And it looked like it was red velvet. Let me see. Bye,
Mystique. Take care.
Oh, I love you, Mystique. Girl, you are powerful, beautiful, brave, and brilliant. And you hold strong, because you know what? You got prayers going out for that baby of yours. That big baby. He's a big baby. But yeah, I did it online, and I did it the red velvet, so it comes out looking like blood. And when Tony come in, he said, "Oh my gosh, it looked like somebody hit that you were on the wrong side of town, and somebody hit you upside the head with a pipe." I said, "No, it's my hair dye, Tony." And then, of course, he says, "What color?" You know, the artist wants to know what color, and I told him. He said, "But what colors?" And I said, "I don't know on the box." But now I'm doing a magenta, so it'll be going lighter and lighter.
On your baby?
Huh?
On your baby?
No, on me.
No. Change the subject. On your baby.
Yeah.
When you nurse her,
Mm-hmm.
don't give her the full amount. Do half. Put the other half in a bowl and put things in it for her to grab, like some veggies or something,
Yeah.
and start introducing her to the bowl.
Yeah. Because I
You
tried
won't have to do the feedings if you can do a bowl, because you can then take the bowl, start reducing the amount of milk. Poof, done. She's weaned.
Yeah,
The
because
bottle's already gone by that point.
I tried a little bit too early. I put a little bit of banana in a bowl, and I thought she ate it, but it was smeared everywhere. So
Banana is too gassy for the first food.
really, that's what I've been giving her. But now I do check, I do check when she uses the bathroom, and it's normal. So that's good.
Well, I'm talking about as it goes through the pipes.
Yeah.
It can be gassy. It's not the best for a mammal's first food.
Okay. I didn't even think about it. I'm trying to think of different things. She loves me. I mean, Kevin told me last night, he says, she just loves you. She loves you. And Mystic has a rabbit. Mystic,
Esme, get down.
is your rabbit still in the house? She's got a beautiful rabbit. So Mystique likes rabbit. But Heather got to hold her. I handed her to Heather and showed Heather how to hold her, but she turned right around and jumped back at me. So I'm like, well, okay. And this morning she jumped on me when I got back from Walmart, but yet I was turned, my back was to the bed. She jumped on me and then jumped on the bed. And then I had to hurry up and intercede because Bailey was on the bed. And Bailey loves her, but Bailey loves too rough. Bailey is rough with Kit Kit. So she doesn't understand. Yeah, because when you get them when they're this big with no hair or nothing, all they can do is smell. They can't. Their ears are closed and their eyes are closed. I still talk to her though, but she just about almost had no hair. So it says, I mean, undoubtedly she had just been born a couple of days, but she's a big girl. I send pictures to Tatum, which is Denise's grandson. I send videos and stuff to him. And I got her 2 pacifiers, and it's the funniest thing. You guys see her run around in that cage with the pacifier. It is funny, but that's my, that's kind of my happy place. It really, once I got her, it really helped me to take my mind off of things. When I'd be worried about Tiffany, it took my focus, and there's just something, and Willow knows because Willow rescues animals. She rescues kitty cats and stuff.
Yep.
And it's easy to bond with them. It's very easy. But I did tell Kevin, because I will be needing something bigger to put her in very soon. But I told him, I said, if it gets to where I feel like that she needs to be to enter into society, with her society, we'll just have to get her with the guy that found her and gave her to us, because he finds them all the time, but he'll raise them up to a certain size and take them to the country. He's got a bunch of land, and he even will take food out there, and the ones that know him will come out. They know he's there. So she, being a female, would be easy to be accepted into a society, because they are very the female raccoons, they all kind of live together, and they kind of, it's okay if their babies intermix around, with the other mamas. So if it gets to that point, I'll do that. Or Kevin will have to make something bigger, maybe outside, that I could go in and still interact with her. But it won't be long that Bailey, she'll be able to take care of herself and me let her out. I looked this morning for some little harnesses so I could put her on something and walk her through the house or outside. But I guess I'm going to have to go to PetSmart. I'll have to go to PetSmart and get her something, because they don't have them small enough at Walmart. And I know they got them for ferrets, so I'll have to find one. And I know you can leash train them, because I've seen it on Facebook. In videos that people have had them on a leash. But if we were in the country, she could just run wild and follow me. But we're not in the country. If I let her loose in my bedroom, she's going to do what they do, and that is knock everything off the dressers, climb the curtains. I know what she'll do.
Become little Miss Destructo.
Yeah,
I put a link in private chat for you in regards to care of orphaned cubs.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's a printable PDF, so.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so yeah, I know, because when I'm doing my boxes and putting the glue on them, and I got the other kennel that she crawls and hangs in, she's steady reaching out, touching the box. So what I do is I give her some brown paper that was put in a something that was mailed to me. I put that close to the cage, and of course she does what they do, pulls it in there and chews on it, because that's why if you ever get one in your basement or your attic, they are very destructive. But she's loving, so. And I guess from me being the first male and me being the first sound, and even since I would put her up here, she heard my heartbeat. I don't know if she'd ever know how to be around others like that. But MawMaw's cat, Callie, I let her down this morning and to see what she'd do at Bailey's water dish. Callie was in the hallway. There's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Callie was in the hallway and wouldn't even come near my bedroom, and she was just growling. Undoubtedly, when she was feral, she must have come across them, because if I have the scent,
she's familiar with them.
Yes, if I have the scent on me, she acts real funny to me. Callie does.
Yeah.
Callie used to come in there and get in our bed, but she'll do it now. But
it confuses her.
She'll get on Kevin's side. Where used to, she'd get on Kevin's side and come around to me, but she don't like the way I smell now, Chris.
Cough. Yeah,
because you smell like something she had to avoid.
Yep.
Them and possums.
Now,
like to steal like cat food, anything like that, so if somebody was putting food out for her in any way, shape, or form, she would have had to have dealt with them.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Kit don't care because we got Kit when she was tiny, and
Well, she wouldn't know any better.
yeah, she don't know. It don't
But
bother
the
her one
other,
way.
yeah, she gonna know. She ain't gonna be the least bit interested.
So Dwayne says I'm stanky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, she's reaching the age too where you won't need to break her anymore.
thank you, Joss. Joss said, Mom has a lot of harnesses at home from when she used to do rescue. She could send me one. Thank you, baby. Thank you. And you
That's
know
cool.
now, Dwayne, I'm going to put
Hey,
what
Hetty.
Dwayne. Hey, Hetty, love. This is what Dwayne calls you. So I guess that's what your your YouTube name's going to be, because that's what he calls you. So, good morning, Hetty. How are you? Well, I guess you know that I wasn't going to go live at 11:50 or 11:35 at night. I messed up on the time. Look, you guys, I got a little bitty buggy. You know the little buggies you can get now, the very little ones. I had a list. Wait, wrong side. That's not such a bad list, and I got a small buggy. The air filters, 24 by 24 by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
They ain't gonna fit in the little buggy.
Kevin's Atkins milk already done. A mailbox. Bleach. Lysol for laundry.
Your list may have been small, but the items on it ain't. Wake up, woman.
Yeah, tissues and Pyrex dish. What else? I got paper towels. You guys, I was talking to Darlene B one time. Stuff was falling off. And I asked somebody, where's the mixed vegetables? They said, right behind you. I done walked by and Darlene B said, well, I'm going to let you go so you can finish shopping. And I was going in circles. I was going from one end of the store to the other. And I'm doing chicken pot pies tonight. That's why I had to buy a Pyrex dish. And I forgot the crust. So I got to go to another store. So I got to get back out. And I need to send Tiffany's box anyway. Mail her a box. So I'm tired already, you guys. I am absolutely tired.
You're like a hamster.
I spent yesterday, after I did the live, I fed the baby and I went and see my mom. Then I was going to go to Walmart, but I spent 3 hours with her. Denise said, how did it go? I said, well, I was there 3 hours. So that means it went very well. You know, so. And I did tell Mom, I said, Mom, Tiffany wrote me and said, Mama, it says to forgive. You need to make things right with MawMaw. And I wrote her, I said, baby, I call MawMaw. I might not always be able to drive. If I'm feeling weird, I don't drive. Or if Casey thinks I look weird, he'll tell me, Mom, you can't drive. You don't need to drive. So I don't. But and then Brandy. When I was talking to Brandy and she told me about her mama, you know, being in the hospital on a respirator, she says, look, you need to go to your mama and make things right. Oh, well, I'm glad, Myra.
Hey,
Myra
Myra.
messaged me today and said she wouldn't be able to be on. Myra, do you want to jump on here with us? Because I was sure put the thing out there. Denise's internet acts crazy and she hasn't felt good. She don't tell nobody. I know when she don't. You guys still pray for Traci. Traci's been having to. She's been having to. She got the one leg straightened out, and was feeling good. But then the other leg's the same way. And so she's been having to put more weight on the other one, on the one that they fixed. So you guys, she needs a lot of prayer, because she came on early this morning on FaceTime when I FaceTime grouped, but she wasn't able to be on long. So
Well,
don't
just
matter.
the fact that she was able to be on is a good sign.
Yes.
Something's going right.
And Sandy this morning, me and Denise were talking about Sandy, and I already had this set up, but I was FaceTiming with Denise, and I said, "Well, Sandy just said, are you going live?" So as soon as I sent her the link, she came in. Okay, Myra. But look, anytime you come in the chat, if you want to come on, you just do like Willow. Or Chris will private message me, but I don't always see it in time.
And sometimes I can be a little sneaky on Facebook sometimes.
Yes. And I won't see that sometimes. Sometimes it lags, and I won't see comments until after everything's over.
After the show. Yeah, that's happened before.
Good
I don't worry
morning,
about it,
Joel.
though.
Good morning, Joel.
Yeah, I still need prayers.
Hey, Joe.
You still having a hard time, aren't you, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I did Monday was a week ago. I couldn't do but 30 minutes, but it was for Chris's girlfriend that passed.
I just got out another tea.
So Lydia, and that was pretty much for people to love on Chris and let him know that he was thinking of her. And Chris, to tell you the truth, the reason I couldn't be on long, it hit me hard. And once I got off, you guys, Denise waited for quite a while to check on me. But it's like everything made me cry. So I was very emotional, Chris. That's why I wasn't on but 30 minutes.
And last Saturday when her funeral came, I walked in and I saw her right there. And I just lost it. Like I couldn't hold my emotions in.
I knew it was.
But I know God is with her.
Yes.
And we'll all see our loved ones again soon. Like you'll see your mama again.
MawMaw. Mm-hmm. See, MawMaw, Chris, everybody thought MawMaw was my mom, which she is. She was. She 35 years. Hey, that's my mom. Called her MawMaw, but my mom is still alive. My mother. She's the same age as Frances, but she's not looking good, and she fell. She says she done fell 8 times this month. So I told Mom yesterday, I said, Mom, Tiffany and Brandy told me to make things right with you. And I said, so either something's going to happen to you or me. I said, so I'm okay with you. I said, I love you. But yeah, me and my mom, we've, it's been rough, but I know I told her one time, I said, I know you look out your window at night in the late nights. You look out your window while you're smoking, looking over that lake, and you think of me. I said, I know it. So she called me one time and she said, well, I think of you all the time. When I can't sleep, I'm sitting there looking over the lake and I'm thinking about you. I said, I know. That's exactly what I told my friends is going on. I said, because I knew you missed me, Mom. And she called me because she found some of her old license. And she said, Darlene. I said, what, Mom? She said, I found some of my license. And I thought, what am I doing with Darlene's license? She said, it looks just like you. I said, Mom, you just figured out that we look just alike? I said, I've always known we looked alike. I said, when I lose weight, I have the very same structure. Thank you, Ann. You know, God put it on my heart. He told me, because I've seen all my loved ones, as you know, I call it their glorified bodies. They look good. And God let me know that no matter what my mom battles with, because we all battle with something, that one day I will see her with the glorified about herself. So that's how I have to look at it.
It's been playing in water somewhere.
And one of my sisters, you know, doesn't talk to her, and I don't judge her for that. But my oldest sister, she, you know, she don't understand. I said, but I understand. And I had to I finally would just tell my mom, you hurt my feelings. I used not tell her. I said, you hurt my feelings. Well, I don't know what I said. So I told her what she said. I don't remember saying that. I said, but you did. And you hurt my feelings. And that's why I hung up on you and didn't talk to you. Joe.
You remember that little teeny tiny thing I was raising?
Oh, that's it?
That is Esme.
That's about how big mine is.
She has grown up. She's 3.5 months old now.
Well, Joel, that's why I think of you, and I love you guys. Joel puts out, you could put your link out there, Joel, for Facebook. He has a group, and he puts out some of the best inspirational things, you know, to get you going. And oh, okay, Cindy. Yeah, I know Cindy. Cindy's having a pacemaker put in.
Oh, Cindy Livin? Yeah.
Yes. So you guys, she needs your prayers, and I done put paper. I'm telling you guys, she needs papers, what I wrote down. But Joel is always positive about everything. So we tend to, you know, it does cause you sometimes to emotionally and physically shut down. And that's what I did. And I found myself doing it again here recently, Joel. And when Chris, I did a Friday, and then when Chris told me about his girlfriend, I did that Monday. But my husband said that Monday I wasn't feeling good. But my husband said, don't forget about Chris today. So I said, thank you. I said, you're right. So I said, I got on up and done what I need to do. Right, Joel? Even a Superman. Yeah, superhero. Yep. Yeah, and you know, I am a very empathetic. I'm an empath. So Monique and them they see the part where I kind of shut down because, oh, Josie, good afternoon. I almost said good morning.
Hey, Josie.
Hey, Josie, I'm glad you did. And Josie, I still got to go and watch that last one where you talked about doctors. She said one of her lives was talking about doctors and how they could be. So I told her, I said,
Yeah, you wouldn't want me to do a video
Yeah.
about doctors. It wouldn't be
Oh.
pretty.
Well, I know if Josie did it, I know it's probably in your face, and this is what I got to say. Because, it's like this. If you don't want to hear what Josie has to say, then you don't go there, because Josie's going to just say it. And Josie, I wish you would put that link out there to put your link out there.
Yeah, Josie ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. It's going to be straight to the point.
Yep. Thank you for putting his link out there. You guys are great dropping these links today. So, Myra, if you can find Josie's, either Josie or her Josie's Care video. But, yeah, we all need some places to go to on YouTube, because I'm so tired when I go to YouTube. I see all the negative. And Josie, I'm not saying yours would be negative, but because yours would be helpful for somebody like me if they go to the doctor and they absolutely try to destroy you. Thank you, Josie. Yes, I do that. In fact, Denise and them have to tell me something. Denise and Monique sometimes have to tell me.
Joel, you need to learn how to shield so that you don't get the double whammy. You can put your shields up, and sometimes empaths have to block and regroup. And if you don't shield and do that, that ain't the only thing you're going to burn out.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to shield.
It's, I guess I've been that way all my life. I'm pretty sure.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
But look, my mom, she calls me Susie, so we was talking about that yesterday. I said, yeah, Crystal, I can imagine what you've been through.
Yeah.
Because I did come in, I think you might have been, were you on Destiny's channel one day? Or you just did live by yourself? But they're trying to say one thing when you know it's another about your, it's what some of the doctors were saying. Yeah, Monique's right. If getting really upset can affect your physical body, but I just sometimes close myself off, because if I'm not live, it don't mean, I feel like, well, I'm not doing what God wants me to do because I haven't been going live. But then I have to think, well, me and Joss, we use Messenger a lot. Now, she don't like to FaceTime because she says part of her, she said being on the spectrum, that's something doing person to person she can't do. But I will sometimes be talking with her all day on, Messenger. So I'm like, well, God, I guess, I am still doing, oh my gosh, Cricket. Hey, Cricket, it has been a while.
Hey, Cricket.
Well, Josie, because of doctors, right now, Sonia is in the shape she's in because they told Joss the doctors should have found what was wrong with her earlier. because she is so anemic. They're going to have to take bone marrow to try to figure it out. But they had to give her 4 units of blood. So that's why I stood in Walmart this morning and cried. I had tears going while I'm reading it because, what happened with MawMaw. And, I just walked around Walmart, and I don't know if I was talking to myself out loud, but in my head, I was saying, God, please touch her. I know she's with you, but, the selfish side of me wants her back. Ooh. Insurance really can make you very upset. But, Crystal, her living in Australia, they do have, they have what is it? The healthcare, like we don't have it here, but the healthcare they've got is worse, so they let her suffer with a frozen shoulder, wouldn't do nothing about it. And she knew that there were issues like in her breast. Okay, I will, Josie. I'll make a post and share it. So yeah, socialized medical. They did not do anything about her frozen shoulder. And they didn't want to do anything at the hospital. They would just send her to the psych unit. Yeah. Oh, Medicare is what they call it. Yeah. So they didn't want to do anything. And, it's like she went because she couldn't breathe. And then when she was throwing up, they sent her to the, we called it the nut house. They sent her to Box Hill, which is I think a very bad place to put people that have, they wanted to say she had an eating disorder. And she didn't. It's big, how do you eat when all your intestines are ulcerated? And she had ulcers in her stomach too. So, hey, Kathy. Oh, it's so good to see you too. I guess going on a little bit later, some of you others are catching me live.
Hey, Kathy.
So, yes, I mean, we're ready for our Sonia to come back. I'm ready for her not to be laying there for 6 more. She's been there 6 months. And
I'll try again and see whether Tornado Esme goes through again.
So, it's just, I'm tired. I want my girl back, and her children want her back. Her children are ready for her to come home, but they don't know how she's going to come home, what shape she's going to be in. Joel, when I do a thing just for her and try to get people to, help donate what they can, because her daughter is having to do all the grown-up stuff. I told her, I said, don't pay nothing medical. You take that money and you use it for what you need it for, and your siblings. Use it for you and your siblings. Because she's 24, making grown-up decisions, and then she's got 3 teenage siblings at home, living with their granddad. Their granddaddy's with them right now, but
She's
I know
got
they have.
hands full, that's for sure.
Yes, and I know they have needs, and the kids are back in school. I know they need things, so what I'll do is put her PayPal out there. That's how Josh said that would help. But and then of course Mystique is in the hospital every day with her son, Isaiah. And I know she needs things. So that's why when I do one entitled Isaiah, it's going to be, I might stay on for a long time to try to do the span where more people can see it and maybe share it out before I even go live. Because that mama's sitting there with her son. And, it's expensive. It gets expensive, eating hospital food or even the snack machine or I never realized it till I sit there just 10 days with MawMaw. I couldn't imagine 6 months. I would have done it. I would have sat by MawMaw every day. What? See? I will, Joel. I'll send it to you. God bless you too. God bless you, Food Forest. See, MawMaw would have to, it would take them forever to give her what she needed. Okay, Kathy. Did you send it in Did you send it in a message? Yeah, Josh just told me Medicare only covers the basics. When things are complicated, some tests are not covered and they're very expensive. Well, honey, when we do Little Thunder, when we do that, when we do a fundraiser to help your mama, you better use that. You use it for what you guys need. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kathy. I know I don't understand. And right now we have a motorized wheelchair. Mama finally got one, but Karen don't want to get rid of it. She said it took Mama forever to get it, but it's just sitting. But right now she can't get rid of it yet. And here it is at the house, and it's December will be a year Mama's been gone. And
Tell her, look at it this way. Somebody that can't get one could be using that right now.
Yeah.
And not be homebound because they don't have one.
I'll talk to her again about it, and I'll let her know it's sitting outside under that shed.
Yeah, it needs to be rehomed.
It does.
There's definitely somebody out there that desperately needs one.
And I was lucky. I put some stuff on a free site on Facebook. There's a local free, everything free.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might have been the bedside commode. And, because somebody got in touch with me. So all of MawMaw's, Casey didn't like calling them pull-ups, and he didn't like calling them diapers. MawMaw didn't bother her. He said, Mama, call them panties. That just, the other sounds degrading. I said, well, MawMaw calls them that. He said, I know, Mama. Just call them panties. I said, okay. So I gave them all of that too. I went through and found anything that would help somebody at home like that.
I just call them incontinence briefs.
Yeah.
Panties sound like regular underwear.
I know. And Casey just, he was very, when he took care of MawMaw,
yeah,
he just, Kathy says they just call them briefs.
Mm-hmm.
So, Casey was very, he was very, very good with MawMaw. Sometimes stuff I'd say, he'd say, Mama. But me and MawMaw would laugh about it. Bless her heart. when we'd help her, because we kept taking her to the toilet, to the bathroom, me and Casey'd have to do the lifting. But one time, bless her heart, I was trying to hurry because she couldn't stand up, and Casey couldn't hold her for very long. He'd twist her. I done pulled her panties, briefs up all the way over her boobies. I was trying to hurry, and I done pulled them up, and she said, "You done gave me a wedgie," and we got to laughing so hard. Casey had to sit her right back down on the commode because you guys, those last couple of months or so, we would be in the bathroom laughing so hard. First, we would cry. It was just hard for MawMaw to give up that independence. But once she got over it, we would laugh. And I'm like, every night before she went to bed. And sometimes Casey, they'd be laughing in her bedroom. I could hear them in there. And it was like, well, MawMaw, I'm sorry. I tried to get him. I was trying to get him up. And then another time, the gloves I used was the heavy duty gloves that had the little ridges. And I'm just going to say today's a chit chat. And if you ever have to take care of anybody, you got to have a sense of humor. I done wipe MawMaw, and she said, "Oh," and I said, "Well, I'm sorry, because it's just like these little rubber things all over the gloves." And now I can't tell you that conversation, but we laughed so doggone hard in that bathroom. And it was,
well, yeah, you don't want a tree frog walking up there.
So, and sometimes Casey would just look at me, and the little song that she did on Sandy's channel one night about run through the kitchen, run real fast. MawMaw did. Well,
MawMaw's rap.
I did the rap song about the bathroom. And MawMaw, we just laughed. And that's how, even though she was getting more and more and more paralyzed, we still was able to have our weird sense of humor.
Very true, Myra. Her sense of humor was always intact unless she didn't have her cheese puffs.
Myra, she was in there on Sandy's channel one time talking about, they won't even give me any Cheetos. So I had some. I told Casey, I said, I'm going to take these in here while she's live and throw them at her. He said, "Mama." I said, "What?" That's disrespectful. I said, "No, they'll see them Cheetos flying across her in the camera. I want them to know I got her some dang Cheetos." He wouldn't let me do it. Oh, Heather, I'm going to try to get back to Heather. Just PM me. I'm going to try to go get back to where I go live every day. Hey,
hello,
Camille. I'm going to try to go live, again, like I used to every day, but it might not be early in the morning. I'll just start doing it like this. But yes, I got on the bed with her one time when we had to start putting, protection on her at night. Casey told me, he said, "Mama, I don't know if I can do this." And I was crying. I said, "Step up her lip," because it got where we couldn't even take her to the bathroom. I said, "Step up, get a stiff upper lip, get our composure." Oh, see, Josie, it might have to be a little bit later then. But the ones in Australia is real late. But I might still do that, even if I have to come on twice. Do one in the morning and then just, Myra, he's working such crazy hours, but I miss that too. Myra. But Casey didn't like the idea of her not having to be able to go to the bathroom at night. But we went in there, and the day she went in the hospital, my sister-in-law was there. Well, I got behind her to help roll her. And then when she rolled back over, I'm like, "You're on my leg, MawMaw. I can't move. I can't move." And she was laughing. I was laughing. And so her laugh, I'm going to tell you guys, other than what she went through in the hospital, and I still would make her laugh. She laughed. See, it's 3:30 in the morning right there. That's why sometimes, look, Sonia sometimes would say, "Well, I guess I'll go let the rooster go put the rooster up, and it's almost time for me to get the kids up." So I said, "Sonia, and you ain't been to bed all night." But she would stay on here. But yes, MawMaw's we laughed right up until we didn't. And
Well, you didn't. She was still laughing.
yeah. Well, look, I was so scared one time because I thought she was gone. And I was so scared. And I was rubbing her forehead, and I done got to singing. And I forget what it was I was singing. But I was doing her hair, and I was singing. And next thing I know, she done corrected me. MawMaw corrected me on the song. I thought she done was out of it. I didn't know that she was still with us. As far I done no. And I looked down at her. She said, "You was about to rub the skin off my forehead." And you was singing you wasn't singing the right words. I said, "Well, woman, you scared me. I wasn't singing for you. I was singing for me." Oh, she said, "I thought I wasn't going to have a forehead left when you got through." So, yes, we don't know what they hear. When they're in the hospital, I think they hear more than what we think they hear. So, so bless her heart. So, well, one time it was real bad. One of the little young nurses at night had never seen gastrointestinal bleeding. And
it can be dramatic.
Yes. And I knew the smell. I could tell when it was about to happen because, Mama would say, "Oh God, not again." Yeah. And I knew. And I'd watch the little wick thing that now they don't do catheters. They do, "All right, Josie, I love you." But they do a pure wick, what they call it. And it's not a catheter. It's, so it goes into this thing. And I would look at it. And if it had the dark blood in it, I would go ahead and call a nurse in there. But a nurse was in there, was going to clean her up. And when she saw that, and it was just so much, and her eyes got big. She said, "Is that?" And I said, I kind of did my head. I said, "It's okay, Mama. We're going to get you cleaned up." And I looked at the girl. I said, "It's okay. We're going to get her cleaned up. Just go get somebody to help us." So, yeah. It was very traumatic. And, but MawMaw was ready. I don't mean to make everybody sad. MawMaw was ready. She said, "I'm just ready to go home." And at the end, Karen was there. They let both of us be there. And the doctor told me, she said, "Go ahead and call her daughter and tell her daughter that she can be here too." And she said, "If they give her any problems at the front, you tell them to call my number." And I knew it was serious then. So when Karen was there, and I knew Mama wasn't good when she come back from the last scope, I knew it. I could tell. And they said, "Well, her hands are swelling. Lift her hands up above her heart, and the swelling would go down." So me and my sister-in-law have both Mama's arms up, but I knew. and Karen was talking to her mama, please don't go. And I said, Karen, go get somebody. She's gone. And they all come in there, of course, try to get her back. I knew where Mama was at. So I sit there, held Karen's hand, and I prayed for Karen. I prayed for my sister-in-law, my sister. I prayed for her. She didn't know I was praying for her. But I prayed for strength for her because she begged for everybody to save her mama. So I know what Joss is going through sitting there. And she's wanting her mama to come back. And that's why I understand. But I can't 10 days, you guys, 10 days, and then being there when Mama was gone, it knocked me out for 30. It took 3 months for me. I can't understand. I cannot understand how I can't comprehend what Joss is going through. And that's what I tell her. She's so strong, much stronger than me. But I tell her, I had somebody to talk to every day. Kevin would ask me, well, have you talked to Traci lately? I said that I talk to them every day. I said, Kevin, I'm not by myself. I wasn't by myself anyway because God was with us. But there was a lot of people that I got to FaceTime with. And there was some MawMaw. I'd let MawMaw FaceTime with when she felt like it. But I can remember her saying, she was saying, is there something different than all these Christmas shows? Because it was a Lifetime and the one channel, that Hallmark channel. I said, well, listen, woman, I'm only here so I don't have to cook. And I get to watch Lifetime. I'm watching TV with my feet propped up. That's the only reason I'm here, woman. And I said, so you're going to watch. I can't help if Lifetime ain't got women killing men and all this going on right now. It's the Christmas specials. And I said, so that's what you got to put up with because I'm only here for the TV. Okay? So that's kind of how we had to handle it. But they're going to her stone. When they get her stone, my sis in love, as she calls me, she sent me and Casey what they picked out. And of course, it has her name and everything. It has a dove on it, since she was Xshydovex. But it's also going to have I love you best or something like that. I love you more. And it's going to have John, Jon, which was little Jonathan, Karen's son, and Casey. So that it will have Casey's name and little Jonathan's name on her stone. She loved those boys like crazy. It is, but because of what I went through, I tell Joss, I was meant to be there those last 10 days. I wouldn't take nothing for the last 10 days I got to be with her. I feel special that that I had that time with MawMaw. And then when Karen came, we went through something that Kevin and his brother Jeff will ever know. Is something, I guess, special that passed between me and her too. So I'm able I love you, Dwayne. Honey, I love you. I love you, sweetheart.
My Dwayne.
But that's why I can understand with Joss. I can understand. I can understand. I've had to sit by a child. I've had to sit by a child, Tiffany, when she was in the hospital with her gastric, and I was there for a week. I was there with her for another week when the doctor messed up her gallbladder and she bled out. Friday the 13th on January, Friday the 13th. I know the day. Every Friday the 13th, January, I put happy rebirth day because they say she died on the table and they brought her back. So that's why there's a meaning for her to still be here. And when she was out there on those streets and this mama was praying for her, and I'm like, God did not save her for her to end up like that. But yeah, I've been a mom to sit by my child for a week, and the doctors, the doctors just didn't want to fool with her because I think they thought that she was going to die in the hospital, and they didn't want to be responsible. Well, Joel, that there's another good reason for January the 13th. Hey, anything's better than saying I got married on a Friday the 13th, January. I did. But then once Tiffany, I called it her rebirth day, it was a celebration now. And now I know it's your birthday. No longer my, I can't say mistake because Tiffany came from it, but that's okay. I can laugh about it now. Look, I can write yours down so I'll remember it. Willow.
Yeah, you did the same thing last year, dear.
Did I miss it?
I don't know. Remember you writing it down.
I have to write it down because I mean, I thought, well, that should have been a clue to get married on a Friday 13th. And then he said,
Yeah, I know it. I was married on Friday the 13th too.
Really?
Yep.
I'm telling you. And you know what he said? He told me one time because he left the marriage license. All right. I love you, Ann. Much love. Thank you for coming on and thank you for the prayers.
Ann, have a good day, hon.
He actually told me, he said, well, if I would have left to get the license, I wouldn't have came back. So, I mean, who tells you that right after you get married?
Yeah, really.
August 13th. Oh, and it was Friday 13th for Rosie. I mean, for Crystal. So August 13th.
Yeah, just having a birthday on the 13th. Sooner or later, you're going to get a Friday.
But yeah, 2.5 years. I think, no, his first one didn't last that long. Then I was 2.5 years. Wife number 3 was about 15 years, I think. I don't see how she done that. And then number 4 was about a year. She was about a year. Now he's on number 5. But
good gracious.
Anyway, yeah. So we're supposed to 3 and 4, or me 3 and 4 are supposed to be going and having lunch one day. We're going to get together and have lunch. I thought, well, you know what? We're going to take a picture. I'll do up the 2, and the other one can throw up the 3, and the other one can throw up the 4, and we'll take a picture, put it on Facebook. 2, 3, and 4. Hey, why am I always wife number 2? I'm Keevan's wife number 2. You know.
Don't even overthink that one.
Casey likes numbers. Casey likes numerology.
I know. I do numerology too.
But, you know, his mind works a lot different than mine. Somebody in the store rung me. They were supposed to give me change, and they said, "What's such and such minus such and such?" I said, "Girl, you asking the wrong one." And I was thinking, don't it show up on the cash register? I didn't tell her that, but I said, "Girl, you asking the wrong one." I said, because my mind don't work well with numbers. But I think she did it right. I'm just saying.
I'm sitting here doing the numbers, fill it in.
2 hours? Are you serious? I've been on 2 hours. I can't believe it. And I have stuff to do. Yep. I have to go to the store again because I forgot the crust, the pie crust for my chicken pot pie. So I've got to go to Kroger now. I've got to drop Tiffany's box off. So I've got to make sure I'm not goofy. I'm not weird, you know. He has to make sure that my legs aren't wobbly or my head's not foggy. Okay, you guys, I heard something weird. Usually I get pop-ups from Denise and them telling me, okay, cut it off. You're tired. We can tell you're tired. Don't let yesterday's makeup fool you, because I am tired. But I'm going to go. Thank you guys all. Every one of you. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your prayers. For everybody that needs them. Thank you for, I know weird's good. That's why you love me, Joel, because I'm weird. Willow is too.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Yeah, Willow is too. So, but yes, Monique said, God bless all of you. And I love you. And I might go on a little bit later tomorrow so I can do some things I need to do. But big kisses to all of you. Men and women, I kiss you all. What's that song, Willow? I kissed a girl and I liked it. So I'm throwing kisses out there to all of you.